Hey guys, DK78 back here with more Zero Time Dilemma. In the last one, we just started the game, had an ending already, and then decided to join the Q team to see what's going on. And we haven't found an escape room yet, unfortunately. Really, we're just going through fragments of memories, and we are making a decision. We have to figure out, do we trust the C team and vote them so it completes the circle of everyone spreading the votes? Or do we betray them and vote D team? And maybe it goes the other way. I'm gonna trust C team and see how much I get backstabbed. Let's go. My choice is made. I'm gonna see how much the C team should be trusted.
Your vote has been accepted.
Following the note, huh?
I guess it's fine. It's not like it was a bad choice. Now we wait and see what exactly Carlos and Diana do.
If this plan doesn't work, then there are two outcomes that could happen. Either the 3 and C team die,
Or we're the ones executed.
No, there's one more possibility.
Yeah?
It's a joke. Someone is definitely tricking us.
So it is you!
No, it's not. What are you talking about?
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate.
And that is?
You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying.
What?
A memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made, as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Okay. So we do fall asleep every 90 minutes, and we have to figure out whether or not we live or die. Apparently, because we chose to do stuff. Oh, there are no more fragments. I will have to choose a different. I will definitely have to choose a different thing then. And so far, the flow of fragments from us finding the coin and now playing this game, we haven't seen much. We only seen the Q team. So let's see how Carlos did. And how they're doing. From everything. They were the ones that sent us the note. So, do we trust them? Also, Junpei and Akane are there. We have similar rooms, of course. The prep room, the decontamination room. This one has the control room, the power room, and the infirmary. The other lab that we had different rooms. Oh, there's a pantry as well. Okay. But yeah, all the rooms are different.
So this is the last room.
Yes,
Rec room.
we've checked everywhere we could.
Okay. We could do that in the
Just
file.
as Zero said, huh? There's no way to get out, except by opening the X door.
50 minutes left until the vote deadline.
Don't tell me you want to vote.
How can we not? If we refuse, C-Team gets 2 votes automatically. We'll die.
But
Hey, do you think this could be part of the experiment? DCOM's whole psychological test.
Nope.
What? Why?
Junpei has no hope on that.
This guy called himself Zero. I have no clue why he's here, but he's for real.
So that means he's actually willing to kill off a whole team?
Yeah.
But how?
He said that there's an anesthetic in our bracelets, right? So we'll be sleeping and then bam! Or maybe... There's a bunch of different ways.
What was that slurp? That's gross.
If only there was a way to contact someone on the other teams.
Why would you need to reach them? What, you're planning on begging them not to vote C-Team or something?
Well, no, but I thought, why not spread out the votes?
What do you mean?
Oh, wait.
What Zero said? The group with 2 or more votes will lose.
I get it.
Oh.
D team for Q team, and Q team for C team. Then all the teams would have 1 vote each.
And that'd make it a 3-way tie. And no one would have to die?
But how do we make sure they know to do it?
Well, they're figuring it out. I actually have an idea of how this will go. So, if we're going to control the C team, we could choose the team that we said that we would do, and then control the other one.
Can you hear us?
Then control the other one and make them do the same thing, so then it spreads out the votes.
Hey, Akane, why don't you try using the morphogenetic field?
Oh, yeah, they referenced that.
Huh? Morphogenetic field?
Yeah, so there's espers around, and they,
The game end where I treat 2. What's this supposed to mean?
The game will end, and something about 2 people? I guess the tough part is figuring out treat. If it's like trick or treat, then maybe it means there's a reward or a gift or something.
But it could also mean treatment, which would imply being cared for.
Either way, it doesn't make sense.
Hey, anyone know what this thing could be?
A box?
What's inside of it?
Maybe some kind of a white smoke.
Atamate Bako?
You've heard of it, Carlos?
Urashima Taro, right?
what?
Japanese folklore. Something about jumping through time, I think.
This label says Force Quit box.
What's that?
Looks like there's a keyboard.
They
There's
got the same
probably a
box that we
password
did.
goes there.
Then something ends if you punch it in?
But what?
Seems like it.
Maybe the game Zero's making us play.
Wait. You really think Zero'd put something that easy here?
It seems like it wouldn't even have to be a box for that.
Didn't think it'd work.
What?
Just pressing random buttons isn't going to solve anything.
Yeah, we have to get a vision or something about a password. Still haven't found one yet. Still haven't even gone into a escape room, which would be nice. I did write down,
So, what now?
What can we do?
the phrases on the wall.
We should just get this voting business over with.
Junpei.
No, we still have some time.
Come on, man. You're supposed to be the leader here.
How the hell did we get into this mess anyway? Do you guys have any ideas?
Junpei looks bored. Okay, so if we get information on their relationship, they'll probably tell us about how 999 went because Junpei and Akane were pretty close together in 999.
Akane Kurashiki.
Yep, that's who I thought she was.
Junpei Tenmyoji.
And I thought who he
You're
was.
both Japanese, right?
Yes?
And you both lived in Japan when you were kids. You even went to the same school. So you're childhood friends.
Who told you that?
Sigma.
Sigma told him.
You mentioned it back in DCOM. We all lived in close quarters in that facility for 5 days. Information spreads fast. So, whose idea was it for you to join?
Huh?
The DCOM experiment. You two signed up together, right?
No, we didn't. We did this on our own.
Wait, you're telling me
They were volunteer?
to bump into each other at DCOM?
It wasn't a coincidence. It was inevitable. Why did you subject yourself to this circus?
I didn't mention it before? I kinda really need a lot of cash. They said they'd give us $500,000 if we joined up.
I thought there was a cash reward.
Color me surprised. Thought a hero of justice had no need of money.
A what?
Hero of
Didn't
Justice.
you say you're a firefighter?
Oh.
A really good one? You've faced off against danger and saved a whole bunch of people. Sounds like a hero to me.
I just have good instincts. Doesn't seem to matter where I find myself. They're pretty good at telling me which path has death at the end.
Alright. Well, we can ask them who Zero is or who they think Zero is. But, we probably don't know who Zero truly is.
Who is Zero?
To be accurate, you should probably ask, who is the second Zero instead?
Then that means there has to have been a first one, right?
Yeah, there is.
You know him?
Sorta. I brought it up earlier. A bracelet a lot like this one has been strapped to my wrist before. It happened last year. Akane and I were trapped somewhere. The person responsible back then was named Zero.
But I don't think that one has anything to do with this one.
It's gotta be connected.
Just, please, believe me.
She's right.
Okay, so Zero pretty much was that was pretty much the plot of 999. I was gonna go into Virtue's Last Reward a bit when they cut. So it would be in Virtue's Last Reward that it's actually Junpei's third game, and he was part of this game right here, and his first game was in 999. Well, that's kind of interesting, although I don't know if it's I guess they have to be the same exact if they're using the last names. Anyways, so we don't know exactly Zero's purpose, but it could probably be similar to the other two games where they want us to go back in time or something.
Why is Zero doing this?
To make us play a game, right? This decision game or whatever.
With the fate of mankind on the line.
So it's true.
Do you know something, Akane?
I think if we end up losing this game, we're all going to die. 6 billion people will.
So what Sigma said back then up in DCOM was...
At this rate, 6 billion people will die.
That is true.
Yes, what Sigma said is the truth. Have you ever heard of the term reverie syndrome? What causes it is unknown. Neither the nerves nor the brain have abnormalities. But somehow, this disease causes you to stop reacting to a variety of stimuli. I've heard there are people from all over the world who have become affected by this.
Hey, hold up. How does this and what we were talking about before go together?
Shouldn't you know already?
Huh?
A crisis. Mankind is currently facing what is clearly an unprecedented crisis. Those affected are sensing it's coming.
Reverie syndrome.
You've heard of it?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay then. Reverie syndrome, I did write that down. I'm sure there's some stuff in the files, and I haven't looked in the files yet. 1307.
Do you hear something?
Over there.
It's the dog!
Where did you come from?
Looks like you made it here using this vent.
Does that mean it's connected to the surface?
I don't think so. A vent to the surface would defeat the purpose of a bomb shelter.
So he came from another ward then?
It's too dark, I can't see anything. But Ward Q is down that direction, right?
Yes.
Think you can fit in there, Akane?
No, there's no way.
Aw.
Someone likes cake too much.
It's not that.
I know. Let's cut off Junpei's arm.
Oh, that's not
He
nice.
should be able to fit through then.
Hey, Mira! Eric!
No answer, huh?
Hey, Gab. Did they steal you away from DCOM too?
But why the dog?
Maybe they felt bad about leaving him alone up there?
Baloney. You really think Zero'd do us any favors?
Zero likes dogs.
Hold on. I think I got an idea that may work. This case, it holds medication, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. It's empty.
Did that bastard Zero take the meds?
I still think this could work. We can use it. Wait a sec.
Okay, so that's when you get the note and sent us a message.
A beer coaster and a pen.
I found them on the counter of the bar.
There's something written on it.
Oh, I did that.
Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team, and Q-Team for C-Team.
That's what I did.
Oh! You're going to put it in the case and have Gab go through the vent.
Cross your fingers he can get to Q-Team.
You
Which
really
that
think
did
it'll be
happen.
That simple?
So we shouldn't?
Well, I guess we don't have anything to lose. Why don't we give it a shot?
Alright, then. Mush. Go, little dog. He climbed up.
What did you throw?
Cheese. Picked it up with the coaster. Was over there on the counter.
Why don't we just toss in some ketchup and pickles too?
What, you want a
Next time he
cheeseburger?
comes back, he'll be a hot dog.
Oh.
It was a joke.
Man, Junpei is a little edgy. Who thought? Who would have thought that Junpei would be so edgy?
5 minutes left.
Gab's not come back.
Let's just vote, Carlos. Like I said, if we forfeit...
I know!
Okay, so D-Team is supposed to vote for Q-Team, so we're supposed to vote for D-Team.
You remember what you wrote on the Gab letter?
The what?
The message we sent the furry pigeon to deliver? C-Team is voting for D-Team.
Oh, we're voting for D-Team, sorry.
Vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team.
Yeah,
Yeah? So what?
I almost mixed it up.
So, vote for Q-Team instead.
What? Junpei, you can't be suggesting... If we do that, they'll end up with 2 votes and...
Yep, Q-Team will be out. Granted, this whole thing is assuming our initial plan works. The note makes it to D-Team, and Diana votes the way we want her to. Think about it for a second. 6 people have to die or we're never getting out of this bomb shelter.
Oh, no.
Those are the rules of the decision game according to Zero. Balancing the votes won't do us any good. We'll just end up falsely prolonging someone's death.
Junpei,
Well, we don't know who else can die.
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Come on, Carlos. Vote for Q-Team.
I'm not following your directions, Junpei. I almost did by accident, but thank God they showed the note again. Alright, we're voting for D-Team because Q-Team is supposed to be voted for by the D-Team. We're honoring this note. I'm doing it. Since I get to control everything. That is... Unless something else happens.
Your vote has been accepted.
Thank goodness.
I was worried you weren't going to do it, Carlos.
You'll see, Akane. Just because we did what we said we would doesn't mean this will work. Hell, we don't even know if our note reached the other teams or not. And even if it did, there's no guarantee they did what we asked. 2 possibilities will come out of this. The 3 members of D-Team will die.
Or it's our heads on the chopping block.
Or it could be Q's. You didn't know.
Have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to.
No, this is just a pre-recorded message.
One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the...
Yeah, that's what he said to the other one, so maybe...
Those who survived will be able to regret it,
Maybe we're fine.
as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
We all fall to the ground. We're fine. You know, the transitions actually make me think that Zero is watching this. Now, I'm just going to look here. Yeah, nothing, Oh, how do you back out? Yeah, I want to back out. I don't want to choose that. Also, Q team gets to not see anything for a while, which I thought. So, let's see what D team will do. How Diana will react. Jump to here. We get to see Sigma and Phi, what they think. They'll probably think similar to Junpei.
Curious hate oozes calamity.
So, a moment when hate becomes calamity, huh?
I wonder what that means.
Beats me. Maybe it's not supposed to have a meaning.
Huh?
It's an anagram. You reorganize the letters into another sentence.
Phi's good at
I
those.
think it's an anagram.
I've seen something like this before. In another place. Anyway, where's Sigma?
Sigma, you're playing with the box there. Also,
What are you looking at?
A box.
What kind of box?
Well, I'm looking into it because I don't know.
Sigma and Phi were to gone back into the past and know something, and then we were supposed to help figure out how to stop this.
That's interesting.
But Sigma's arms got cut off too at some point.
Use this keyboard to input a password and force something to stop. Is that what this means?
What does it stop?
Well, the obvious answer would be the game Zero is making us play.
Then we should try it.
Nope.
I shouldn't have thought it would be that easy.
We need a hint.
Maybe it says something on the underside.
Nope. Won't budge.
Is it heavy?
Heavy doesn't even begin to cover it. I doubt it's made out of anything from Earth.
Well, you are getting up there, Sigma.
What are you saying? My body's still got it.
I'll just give it a try. You weren't lying.
See? I told you.
This is the map for Ward D, right?
What happened to Phi's other part? Alright, so we got the word D.
And we can go wherever we want so long as it's within this ward?
Yes, that's what Zero said.
Alright, so we got a prep room and a decontamination room. So those seem to be the same within all three wards, that's for sure. This room has the healing room, which I like the look of so far. It looks nice. Transporter room. It's not like Star Trek, though, I don't think. Manufacturing. Manufacturing what is beyond me. Trash disposal. Oh, that sounds like an interesting room to figure out. And the locker room.
We've checked all the rooms from top to bottom, but...
You didn't find any exits?
Obviously. We are in a bomb shelter, after all. If there were several exits, it'd defeat the purpose it was built for.
Definitely.
So Zero told the truth.
Then opening the X door is the only way out.
Shouldn't we find the passwords within the rooms? Alright, back in the lounge.
Eric! Can you hear me?
Carlos! Akane! Tenmyoji!
Oh, they're gonna call him by Tenmyoji. They're not gonna call him by...
Point. We wouldn't hear a drunk toga party at full volume on the other side.
I think we need 6 passwords to get this door to open, right?
Yeah, that X-Pass thing.
For every one person who dies, 1 password will be revealed.
Is that true, though?
You don't know?
Sigma, why don't you try dying once?
I politely but firmly refrain.
What about you, Diana?
Hey! No.
Figured.
Are you wanting to die, Phi? I think Sigma does have some of his memories.
May I ask you guys something?
From the last game. Oh, okay. So I think Sigma has some of the memories from the last game because he called Junpei Tenmyoji, which would make sense because he only knew him as Tenmyoji. So I'm assuming the way Sigma talks is going to help us figure out whether or not this Sigma is the one that's supposed to travel forward to take the spot of the old Sigma, or it's a little complicated, but...
This may be somewhat rude of me to say, but...
What is
the way
it?
you talk, Sigma, is, a little unusual.
What do you mean?
Forgive him. The age of his mind and his body are completely different.
Oh, he mentioned that back at DCOM.
Yeah, he did.
His consciousness had come back from the year 2074.
That's correct. That's why I know what will happen in the future. I must have spent the past 5 days warning all of you. If nothing changes, mankind will be destroyed. Kane, Phi, and I infiltrated DCOM to stop all that from happening.
Phi? Is this true?
Well, would you believe me if I said that it was?
Phi knows too. She went back too.
A strange place. If you know the future, then you could have prevented it.
They're trying to prevent
What
it.
events went down inside the DCOM facility. Nor did we know anything about what's going to happen in this shelter.
I guess they're trying to like loop around until they actually get the answer. Then once they get the answer, they're supposed to like prevent things from happening. Will help come? I don't think it will, Diana, but that is a good question.
Do you think someone will come help us?
Like who?
Maybe the DCOM experiment staff?
Sorry, but that's pretty unlikely. Remember? The staff stationed in DCOM can't communicate with us right now. The simulation is attempting to stay true to an actual Mars mission.
It's at least 6 months between Earth and Mars. In that time period, Earth will have rotated halfway around the Sun. Which means...
By the time the spaceship reaches Mars, the Earth is behind it.
with the star in the way, we can't send a signal.
That's the lead-up. We've been doing experiments for the past 5 days.
Transmissions will reestablish on December 31st at 23:30, which leaves us with more than 10 hours.
There's no point in hoping for a rescue to come before then.
We could stay alive until then.
Comm staff won't notice any problems until that time.
You guys are like siblings. You're totally in sync.
Alright. How do they know Zero?
Who do you think Zero is? Do you guys know who Zero is?
No, I haven't the foggiest. But they called themselves Zero. At the very least, they know about what happened a year ago.
What are you...
There's one more thing for sure. Think about it. Why was Zero's speech to us pre-recorded? There's got to be a very big reason why things can't be in real time.
It's all
There are two
predetermined.
possibilities. They've already bit the bullet. Or
Zero is among us.
Oh, they did. That is an interesting thought. It could be any of the new guys, or it could be Sigma again.
Why did this have to happen to me? I should have never listened to Rebecca.
Who's Rebecca?
She's the head nurse at the hospital where I worked.
Oh, she's a
right.
nurse.
You did say you were a nurse.
I joined the decom experiment because Rebecca suggested it to me. She told me that they were searching for a nurse willing to participate. Well, to be honest, there is another reason why I decided to join.
Which is? Never mind, we got interrupted by a dog.
Gab!
Why is Gab here?
I think he came through the vent.
See anything?
No, it's too dark.
For
You're
sure.
up, Vi.
You want me to go in there? It's clearly impossible.
You sure?
I won't repeat myself. My boobs are D's.
Her pants are on
What?
fire.
It's true.
It seems to me they've gotten a full size larger than the last time you told me.
It's been 45 years. Growing is natural.
You were just sleeping.
Could I interrupt? What is this?
Is that a coaster?
Let's see what they think.
Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team. And someone else wrote,
Q team, got it.
I get it. By spreading out the votes, they're suggesting we make it a tie.
Looks like Q team agreed.
Seems so.
I guess Gab passed through Ward C to Ward Q and ended up here. It'll work! Now none of the teams will have to die.
I wonder about that.
What?
Because it depends on the chain.
Is in 3 minutes.
Although I know the chain.
We don't have much time. We need to head over to the voting device.
What exactly did you mean earlier, Phi?
I'm saying it could be a lie.
Do you mean that Q team is planning to betray us?
No, I doubt it. If that's what they intended, they didn't have to send Gab.
Yeah,
They only have to decide to vote for D-Team.
Then you mean...
There's a chance that C-Team will betray us. Maybe they're saying they'll vote for D-Team, but actually vote for Q-Team.
Why would they do that?
To make us choose Q-Team. If you think it's a good idea to spread out the votes, then your choice is easy, right?
it is.
I'm just saying. It's a possibility.
The deadline to vote is in 1 minute.
What should I do?
The fact that Gab showed up means that we can assume Q-Team's voting for C-Team. So we have no choice but to choose Q-Team. Otherwise...
Our single vote could cause the death of all of C team.
Alright, it's time for Diana to decide. We are going to vote the Q team like the note said. Also, I'm going to check on something. I decided to turn down the background music just a hair and see if that will be any better. Because I think for sure the voices are a little softer even though it's at max. It's really weird. Anyways, Q team. The choice is made. We made it so that everybody allied. Now, will it actually reflect it is my next question.
Your vote has been accepted.
Well, that was a good choice.
Do you think it'll be okay?
So long as Gab's note was the truth.
All we could do was trust them.
I suppose.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the the three of you. When you next wed, those who survive, they'll be able to regret the decision they made. As all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Zero's voice in particular is really quiet, so I hope you guys can hear him well. The Sigma is just on his back. He's just like fell over. Oh man. Kitty cow, where are you? Oh, is it because I'm trying to move my leg? Alright. I'm gonna still stick with Q team to see if anything happens. So let's see. Is there anything? There is a lot of memories now. There are definitely a lot of memories, and there's gonna be a lot of memories for the other teams too. I starting with the Q team because the Q team is the one that interests me the most. Let's see what this one is. My cursor was over it. First come, first saved. Q.
Let us out! Let us out of here!
How long are you planning on doing that? Bang all you want, it won't open.
Damn it.
Just take a second, calm down. We need cool heads.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
What do you mean?
I'm sorry.
Do you know what that button does?
Well, no, but maybe the door opens with it. I really wasn't going to push it though.
Kids are a pain.
Man, he's so mean.
Very good point. We haven't heard anything from Zero. Just sitting around here is useless. Maybe just one tiny push?
Hey, Mira.
Just kidding. I'm not that reckless.
Don't scare me like that.
But we really don't know much at all. We may be at the point of crazy decisions. The only thing we know for sure is what time it is.
1808.
It must have been around 13:30 when we fell asleep in the lounge. So,
4.5 hours?
Wow, you calculated that fast. And at your age, even.
Was it good?
I was just about to say the same thing.
Seems you
Sure.
have a problem with numbers, Eric. I recall you having trouble calculating change when we first met.
Hey, come on now.
Is that how you two met? I want to hear!
Yeah? My face has got to be all red.
No, it's pink.
I still remember every detail. The fateful encounter was on a Monday. The sky that morning in Nebraska was full of thick clouds, though the gloom cleared in an instant, like a miracle. I always mustered up my best smile for customers, even the boring regulars I was tired of seeing. I still offered the most delicious ice cream to them. I was getting sick of it, though.
So he's an ice cream salesman.
Don't think it was my work I was unsatisfied with.
Do you like Baskin Robbins or Dairy
I
Queen?
truly love ice cream. But as the days passed, everything felt hollow, as if there was a hole in my heart. I thought it was just another normal day. I wasn't expecting the moment it changed. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yum.
I didn't think such a beautiful sight existed in this world. My God, the feelings that hit me. I'd never felt anything like that before. That was when I realized this had to be a miracle. Mira entered my life. She was an angel that looked like a customer.
Huh?
Shouldn't it be the other way?
The details aren't important. You look like you don't understand. Well, I don't blame you. I didn't get it either. Mira was just such a vivacious vision of beauty.
Even better than ice
I
cream.
was just a lowly ice cream shop employee. Next to that, there was no way I would be a good match. But then Mira...
Cut it out. Me an angel? You gotta be kidding.
But it's true. You really are an angel to me, Mira.
Man, she sounds like a villain a little.
It's like you're a completely different person now, Eric.
Huh?
Well, earlier you were your face was pretty scary.
Did I frighten you that much?
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh. Gosh. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You were probably just rattled about what's happened to us. I could tell you were a nice person under all that.
What are you... You're an odd duck.
Looks like you've gone back to your dopey expression again. I guess you calmed down, huh?
Dopey? Man, you're really harsh, Mira. But yeah, I'm okay now.
Just remember that ice cream.
I'm fine. I can definitely smile no matter what.
It's an equivalent of eat the Snickers or something.
I wonder why Zero decided to lock us up in here anyway.
What room are we in?
Seems like too much effort for it to be just a joke.
A lot of money was pumped into this whole thing.
Maybe all of this is supposed to be part of the decom experiment? They wanted to investigate how a closed space affected change on emotions, right?
But then why did they want normal people like us to apply? Wouldn't you want people in helpful professions to go to Mars? Like military officials, researchers, other skilled professionals like that.
Maybe the reason they chose civilian subjects is because they're planning to send those kinds of people to Mars in the future.
That sounds right. Strangers living together on Mars for an extended period of time. What kind of problems would that bring? How would the subjects figure out solutions to the resulting troublesome situations? According to the decom staff, that's what the experiment was trying to determine.
Like the chair-bound old man. He put us in a difficult position on purpose, to observe how we'd get out.
The sponsor is a civilian organization that hopes to expand business worldwide.
Ooh.
Maybe they expect to be part of a colonization of Mars in the future.
Colonizing Mars?
Hey, have you ever heard this before? If you want to transport live koi from Brazil to Japan, putting only koi fish in an aquarium will result in most of them dying. But by adding something to that same container, you won't lose a single one.
What is it?
A piranha.
A piranha?
But how does that even work?
I guess their self-preservation instincts kick in.
I get it. Fish become so afraid of the piranha that they make an effort to live. That nervous state becomes the power to keep them alive.
That's crazy as a...
In order to survive, you need that sense of urgency.
I see. So, for an actual Mars mission, it'd be a good idea to have a murderer on the crew, huh?
That case being Zero.
Kidding!
Eric, don't say scary things like that.
Oh, so maybe all this stuff is something similar. Living quietly in decom becomes boring, so the emotional state will fade. If you intentionally inject a sense of emergency...
A little late, perhaps, but I will now announce the voting results.
Oh.
All three groups have voted for different teams. Therefore, none have been executed.
Man, they must be relieved.
Count 0. I can't say this is an ideal situation for any of us involved.
What do
It
you
appears that none of you fully grasp the essence of this game.
We're trying to beat you.
Think back on the rules you were told. You will remain in the shelter for eternity until 6 people are killed. I will give you one last chance. A single action from you may result in your escape from the depths. What must you do? It's simple. decontamination room.
What?
The construction of all of them are the same. A yellow button exists on the wall in each. Pressing it activates the showers in the other wards, and they will rain down a solution of hydrogen fluoride.
Oh.
No!
That's not
It's
fair.
not only acidic enough to
Oh,
melt
God.
the body, but it even dissolves glass and iron. Explaining what would happen if you were under it seems unnecessary.
Yeah.
That button on the wall is your right to freedom. Using it will kill the other teams, and you will obtain the needed X passes to escape. I have one final thing to tell you. The early bird gets the worm. After the first team pushes it, the button will become inactive for both of the other teams. Your time limit is 3 minutes. What will you do? Will you press it or refuse? It is ultimately all up to you to decide.
Oh, we gotta hurry or we'll die!
No. No, 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 no. What are you doing?
We need to trust the others.
The others, you say?
Yeah.
What the hell do you know?
Hey! Stop! Where did the nice Eric go?
Shut the hell up, you fucking brat!
Why, Eric?
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
Mira! At least he's quiet now.
Thank
I'll
God.
leave the rest of this up to you. Huh? It'll be interesting to see how you handle this.
What?
Is she 0? Alright. I'm gonna decide. Oh, we're, no, I don't want to press the button. Here, there we go. We can pause it. Well, I don't want to press the button, but I have 4 seconds to decide. But we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in another episode of Zero Time Dilemma. And I'm also sorry if these are really long, but it's hard to stop sometimes.